How could anyone plan a funeral for their 5-year-old child? I shuddered and pushed the thought as far away from me as I could. I pulled my own 5-year-old closer to my chest and planted a kiss on the top of her head. I was reading on my iPad about the memorial services for the victims of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting in Newtown, Connecticut. My daughter, Lenya, always the early riser, was sitting on my lap, snuggling me as she did nearly every morning. We had nicknamed her Lenya Lion for her ferocious personality and full head of hair, which had been wild and mane-like since birth. She watched Mickey Mouse Clubhouse on the TV as I read the news and drank coffee. Death doesn't always call ahead. It comes to us in a lot of ways, but often it is a surprise. "Sir, you have 6 months to live," is not something anyone wants to hear. But if your doctor says that to you, know that it is a gift, not just for you, because it forces you to confront your mortality and gives you the chance to prepare, but for everyone who loves you as well, because they will get the chance to say goodbye. When the parents of the children from Newtown put them on the bus or dropped them off at school, they had no idea what was going to happen that day, and they will spend the rest of their lives wishing they could have seen it coming. So, too, when death came to our home, it blindsided us. To say that we weren't expecting it is putting it mildly. It came out of nowhere and delivered a sucker punch so fast that we didn't have the chance to even think about flexing. Like a thunderous blow to the solar plexus, it knocked the wind out of us and left us gasping for breath on an emergency room floor. Soon after, stunned and completely in shock, we were getting into our car in the hospital parking lot, only there was one fewer seatbelt buckled. Horrified, I looked in the rearview mirror at the gaping hole where my daughter should be sitting. It was a Thursday. In our house, Friday is family day. It was all planned out. Breakfast out, ice skating, and a special dinner at a fancy restaurant. A dance party in the middle, music and laughter, giggles and snuggles, lots of wardrobe changes. There are 5 women and 1 man in the Lusko entourage. I am a minority in a sorority. On any given day, there might be 15 or 20 different outfits, and that number would go way up if you include Jennie and the girls. Anyway, our plan for Friday was that Lenya, my second oldest, and I were going to break off from the herd and go to Target so she could buy Christmas presents for her sisters and I could buy her a Barbie she had earned with hearts from her heart chart. Family days are always important, sacred, a day of rest, Sabbath, recharging batteries and replenishing relationships. Twitter, texting, Instagram, and email are not welcome. We are Amish for a day. The girls are allowed to call us out if we break these rules and do anything but dote on them and smell the flowers. I have more violations in my file than Jennie does. You don't know trouble if a 3-year-old hasn't gotten in your face and scolded you for texting on Family Day. This Friday, Family Day, was extra meaningful. We needed it. The past week had been extremely intense. We were in the ramp-up for 9 Christmas services at our church that would begin Saturday. There had been extra meetings and events filling up not only days, but nights as well. The staff Christmas party was one night, a dinner with a group of students my wife and I had been investing in was another. There was the taping of a video special looking back at 2012 that we would play in our church campuses across the state in the lead up to the new year. The week was packed, much worse than normal. We had told the girls, "This is crazy, but Friday's coming." It was going to be a much-needed calm between 2 storms. I had made a dinner reservation at a special restaurant we had never taken the girls to. We were going to get dressed up and have a ball. It seems cruel to me now, thinking about what that Friday was going to be like. You can't get to Friday without going through Thursday. And on Thursday...